Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to go through a portfolio holding of mine that I have that has grown actually into a very, very big position of mine right now. So it covers about 20% of my entire portfolio or net worth per se. It's Robinhood, right? So Robinhood really loved by retail traders and stuff like that. I'll in this video, I'm just gonna go through with you how I think the stock price is gonna go because it has done very well already. And a lot of the times people there's a saying that goes that says let your winners run, right? And basically this is one of the winners where I think I have about 400% gain on this thing right here. So you can see here I bought it at $23. I think I put in about 40,000 or so USD, and it has become 238,000. So how do I say this? It's like these type of stocks don't come often a lot, but yeah, I'm very, very grateful to have been in this position right here. I really like the CEO. I've done a lot of research on the CEO, and everything he has said so far, and also in the future of what's going to happen, is like I really fully agree with his vision. So I really think that the team is executing very well, and I can tell you whether I guess whether you should even buy this stock in the first place at this point in time. But if you actually do hold this stock at this point in time, what you should do, etc., etc. Okay, so for example, for me, it has become very, very big part of my position, but Robinhood to me is almost it's like basically an S&P 500 stock. It's like a Google, but with more growth potential. That's the frame of mind in which I basically see this stock right here. Okay, even though it has grown quite a big position for me, I feel extremely comfortable purely because I feel that there's a lot of room to grow, and I'm going to show you what are the things that are going to expand revenue in the future, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's like there's competitors in the space, right? Like I literally use IBKR, right? IBKR is technically a competitor, but Robinhood, for example, I do believe is going to eat the market share of these legacy players over time. And yeah, like I'm comfortable that this position here is about 200k. I believe it will actually go to 400k in the future, right? I believe it still can double or triple from here at this point in time. Okay, so let's just go over the stock itself, but just to see a competitor, right? Just so you can kind of get a sense of um, the difference between the two. IBKR is at about $118 billion market cap, right? The thing about this company right here, even though it has been public for a very, very long time, by the way, I believe more than 10 years or even more than 20 years or so. Yeah, you can see like it has been a public company for a very, very long period of time. And only in the past maybe 3 years or so, you can see the valuation basically has increased like almost what tenfold as well, right? But the revenue is not as big. Basically, it's like it's not a crazy amount of revenue, per se. Yep. And then if I compare it, it'll be easier for you guys to see. Yeah, if I compare it directly with Robinhood, for example, Robinhood has only been public for I think about 5 years or so, and you can see like the revenue just grows way quicker, right? Interactive Brokers Group. Yep. So you can see here, for example, market cap. Okay, let me just go to the live so then you can see better information. Yeah. This is Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood is basically bigger than IBKR at this point in time. Yeah. And the reason why, even though that the revenue may be smaller, right, is because like people look at growth as a metric. So they will actually put a premium if you're growing much faster versus if you're just growing slower, basically. And it'll only recently surpass these guys over here, even though like you can see like on a percentage basis, like over time, this has obviously grown more over time, but like from a market cap perspective, it's like officially bigger than IBKR as well. Yeah. So yeah, really, really interesting to see purely because it's like if you're thinking about, hey, should I buy this company or not? Like this company, I feel that their product roadmap is much stronger. And yeah, even though the revenue is like smaller, you can see the revenue is like smaller. And some people may say the valuation does not make a lot of sense at this point in time. Last quarter 34, for example, trailing 12 months about 71. It is a bit expensive, I would say. It's a bit expensive. But hey, if you're looking for a 2x or 3x, for example, I do believe that this will hit $300 billion market cap in maybe 5 to 6, 7 years time, basically. Okay, so that's my projection in my mind, FYI. All right. So the reason why I'm so bullish, right, is because Robinhood as a business, there's a few things that are happening right now. So Robinhood, if you see here, right, they're going to launch in Asia. So they're going to open up a Singapore HQ quite soon. And so that will basically expand their user base way higher user base, right? In the US, I believe that they have about 20 million or so users. Let me just check. So these are financial results. These are funded customers, you can see. So they have about 26 million customers. And in the US, there are about 300 million people, right? So they have about 10% market share of the entire US, basically. So there's still room to grow in their home market, and they're already making a lot of money in their home market. So that's the first thing, right? And then they're going to open up Singapore quite soon, or in like Q4 2025 or so. And so when I go into check, you can see the CEO said this: we plan to be serving customers, blah blah blah. Most of the time, these companies, right, technology companies, the only hurdle that they have to go through is basically they need to find the regulatory compliance. So they need to be like, okay, I need to be compliant with their finance laws, etc., their accounting laws, compliance, and yeah, basically like setting up business sort of situation. Yeah, and just get a, I guess, trading markets license so that you enable customers to trade, basically, right? I won't be surprised if they expand to Hong Kong very soon, or like even Japan, Tokyo, for example. So all the financial hubs where all the money is flowing, basically, I'm pretty sure that they will start with that as well, right? And then I want to check on LinkedIn, for example. So this is part of my due diligence, right? Every time you want to buy a company, you probably need to do this as well, or I highly recommend you to do this. It's like, who is going to run this branch, right? They're going to open something. They have to hire people to run this thing. So this guy here, for example, Robinhood Singapore, he's the CEO, I believe. The president, you can see. And then previously, he was the CEO of Tiger Broker over here. So um, it's a good sign that you hire someone that is very experienced, purely because it's like you want someone who's already done it before. You don't have to like prove that this person can do it. It's like this guy has done it already, and then you're just doing it another time. And so the likelihood of success of this company is going to be very high, basically, right? So head of sales at this Hong Kong, head of his sales and marketing, etc. And then he became the CEO for 2 years for Tiger Brokers as well. So a very, very similar business. And yeah, he's now the president of Robinhood right here. So this guy is going to take us more to the moon, basically, right? Yeah. Apart from that, what I want to show you guys is that from a product standpoint, right? Every time you invest into a company, right, you want to make sure that the company has a very, very clear cut way of how do we make more money over time. Okay. If you sell physical products, for example, if we sell Nike shoes, right, how do we sell 1 million Nike shoes? How do we sell 10 million Nike shoes? Right. That's how you think about things. But in these are financial technology companies, right? There's scale, and then there's also product velocity, where you can open up new product lines, and so you can sell different things to different people, or you can sell different things to the same people, and so that's how you increase your LTV. That's how you increase your revenue over time as well, right? So I want to chart out this actual graph because I think it'll be interesting to see. Um, so I believe Robinhood. Okay, I'll just do max. Okay, and then I want to see. Yes. Okay. Yep, you can see, right? In the past, they used to burn a lot of money, used to burn like a crazy amount of money. And then if you see the green line here, the gross margin, it's like it's very, very choppy. It's like they were just figuring shit out, right? And then I believe the GameStop stuff also really, really hurt them as well. And so in the past, like when you are growing, okay, with 2019, 2020, 244 million, right? You go all the way to 2025, where it's 989 million. Yeah, that's almost what, a four to five fold increase in your revenue. That's number one. Number two, you look at the profit. Okay, the profit, this purple line right here, I believe. Yeah, this purple line right here, you can clearly see like it's trending in the correct direction. And a lot of these technology companies, because they are very asset light, they're basically code developers, hosting. That's basically their cost, right? Majority of their fees are actually going to employees and then paying for like server costs, for example, right? So you can see the profit margin is quite insane. It's like net income is 386 million. So they make 900 million, and then they make in profit 386 million. Yeah, that's almost what, a 30-40% margin, right? Let me just check the gross net income. Yeah, okay, just look at this, like 39%, 36%. Okay, I don't know what this is. 23, 27, 25%. Like, so it's like double digit profitability, and it's like increasing over time. You can clearly see the trend is like it's increasing. The profit margins are increasing. So it's a right fantastic business in general. So yeah. So yeah, and you see like the revenue is pretty choppy, like it goes up and down. And I believe that the reason why this happens is because sometimes in Q4 or stuff, maybe some people trade more in certain segments, or like a crypto bull run, for example, right? Robinhood generally makes more money at the same time. Yep. So it's not necessarily a straight line up. It's like a gradual increase. But the more they have more products that they can sell to the customer, they're able to basically make more money over time, right? So as I was saying, for example, the reason why I'm still bullish, right, is because this is basically an investor document right here. They basically tell you exactly what they're going to be doing over the next few years or so, right? So you can see like in Q3 2024 they did this, Q4 24 they did this, Q1 2025 they did this, right? And then they basically opened up the banking. Cortex is their AI product, for example, and then options trading you can see in the UK, etc., etc. And then June 2025, so now we're already in October, for example, they've already launched all of these things here. But you can see here they basically did an M&A deal of Bitstamp, and Bitstamp is basically, I believe it's a crypto exchange, if I am not wrong. Guys, don't quote me on this. Um, buy and sell. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's basically a crypto exchange. So they basically bought over, and then majority of the customers also went over. That's the first thing, right? So that's a good growth right there. You can see open up market access. So they were first in the UK, and then they're trying to open up Europe. So the people of like 600 million people, more people can use the product over time. Yep. And then if you go and check out their YouTube channel, for example, you can see basically YouTube is free, right? So this information is out there for everybody. You just take a look at some of their investor presentations. You see how they're shipping the product, like what products they're launching, and like you can just basically see like what they're actually selling and how good the user experience is, etc., etc. Right? They're also launching a social network within the app itself so that more people will basically use the product over time. They can share trades, etc., etc. Okay. So if you even see the comment section, right, no wonder their stock is doing so well. They are listening to their users, and that's huge, right? So a lot of these things, if you're not invested already, yeah, it's a really, really good sign that this company is executing. They're doing the necessary marketing. You can see this is basically a company marketing video with 117,000 views, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, right? But a lot of these people are potential investors as well, and that's why the stock is also doing fantastic, because when you have the combination of like execution and then you saw already the financials, right? You can basically see like the financials are doing fantastic. They're very, very profitable. They're growing. They have a very, very good growth story over time, and that's why this thing is going through the moon. Basically, it's going absolutely ballistic, right? Okay, so basically the next question that you might ask is that if I'm already holding the stock, for example, right? Do I feel scared because people don't want a round trip? They don't want to go back to zero, right? To me, this valuation is definitely expensive. Okay, I won't lie to you. At at 127 billion dollar market cap, it is expensive. Okay, 143. Yeah, but the issue with a lot of companies that are expensive, they are expensive for a reason, right? So if you think about an Apple, if you think about a Visa, a lot of these companies are actually very expensive. But the reason why they hold the valuation is because the company is a valuable company and they are a category of one company. Okay, so I believe I've talked about this concept in one of the videos, but like a category of one company is basically all the other companies that are competing with this company right here. They're going to struggle because they don't have the same depth of talent or unique selling point as these guys right here. And so, if you're aware, for example, Vlad Tenev, which is basically the CEO, right? Let me just show you the CEO. This guy is a math and stats background, for example. Okay, so I'm definitely not gonna bet against him because like math and statistics, and then you're running a crypto stock exchange, for example, you probably can't lose. Okay, that's like I'm betting on this horse to win, and I'm pretty sure this horse is gonna win, right? Number two, also, um, momentum is very, very important in stocks, right? Usually when a stock is loved, a lot of people will love the stock, and it'll basically keep going up. And as you can see right here, so if you're already holding something, I personally wouldn't sell some of it. I would just hold it because I know that this machine here is going to compound over time, and you can clearly see from what's going to happen in the future, and their plans, etc., etc., that everything is going up on a trajectory. So you don't need a lot of stocks to make money or like to make a lot of money. You just need a couple of good bets, and like this was basically a good bet for me right here. Yeah. Okay. So the last question that you may have, for example, is what is the projected? How do I say this? Like, what is the price target that I want to set for this thing right here? So I do believe that because they have pulled forward a lot of growth already. Um, in terms of price of sales, you can see the price of sales is off the charts. It's too expensive already. So we need earnings to come back. We need earnings to basically um, pull back that and show up so that the valuation can match the revenue basically, right? I hope that the price of sales gets back to about 20-ish or 15-ish basically. So I do believe that this stock actually will consolidate for quite some time or even go down maybe 20% or so, which is fine. But when that happens, for example, then maybe you can consider coming in as well. But at the same time, I do believe that this will go to about 250 or so, And so that will sit at about a 250 billion, $300 billion market cap company, and it'll basically be one of the biggest companies in the space right here, right? I believe it's a um, let's see, yeah, so about $200 billion market cap is about a top 50 company in the world right now. Yeah, so yeah, pretty optimistic still. I won't be selling my position, and yeah, there is a reason why winners are winners, right? I'm just gonna keep this company. There's nothing wrong with the company. The CEO is very strong. The execution team, the trading team, the developers on this product here are also very very strong and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this video is useful for you guys. But when you guys analyze your companies, right, just make sure that you're betting on the right horse, right? It's not luck in a sense. It's like you're really looking at the business model. You're kind of figuring out like, hey, can this potentially scale over time, right? Are they like finding new ways to sell new things, or are they selling more of the same thing to their existing customers? And is their product market fit, right? And when you see revenue going up and to the right, for example, right, there's definitely product market fit. Like you totally understand, like this thing is like, yeah, it's basically climbing. You can see it, it's basically climbing right here, right? And when you have something that's a winner, right, you really want to hold that winner for as long as possible if you can. If you can hold it for your entire life, you probably should. But I do not know where this company is going in the next 10 years or so. But I do definitely know in the next 3 years, this thing is going to continue pumping. And yeah, I'm very, very, very comfortable with this position right here. Yeah. Okay. So thanks for watching the video, and let me know if you have any questions about any analysis and stuff like that.